Okay, I came up with another cool song to work on, and it is I'm a Believer by the Monkees, and then the somebody redid it for the Shrek movies, and I can't think of who. I could kind of see the band, I could see the singer. I don't know. I'll think of it like after the video, but anyway. I'm a Believer by the Monkees. And I believe the remade version is in the same key and everything. So the version from the movie Shrek, I believe, is in the same key, same notes, same chords, everything. It was just sort of redone. But the Monkees, when I was a little kid, we lived in Medfield, so I was second grade, first, second, third grade maybe, somewhere around there. And after school, I would always go to a friend of mine's house, and we would watch, I believe his last name was Davis. I can't think of his first name. Mark? No. I don't know. But we used to watch the Monkees on TV. It was like a TV show. And it's really silly, so it was a lot of fun for a little kid. I still like it now. Sometimes I can catch it when it's on some channel or something. My kids like it too. But what they were was, it was four guys, and they were a band, and they would have a TV show and get into all kinds of shenanigans and stuff. But two of the guys were actually already fairly accomplished musicians. They wrote songs, they wrote music, they played instruments, multi-instruments. They were multi-instrumentalists. All four of them sang. A couple of them sang a little better than others, but whatever. But the point was, they tried to make sort of, some TV show people tried to make this TV show sort of like the band The Beatles. So there were four guys in the Beatles, four guys in the Monkees. They all sang. They all had like a certain personality about them. One of them was like kind of the goofy guy. One of them was kind of the smart guy. One of them was kind of the cute guy. Different things. But anyway, they, music-wise, the people putting the show together got like real famous songwriters and really good musicians to write and record most of the music. So the songs were actually really good songs. Some of the guys in the Monkees eventually did write some of the music and play some of the instruments on some of the things. But at the beginning, it was just mostly like, nope, you guys are just we'll have you sing, and then you're just gonna pretend like you're playing the instruments when we film. But anyway, this is one of the songs, and possibly one of their biggest hits. But it's a fun song, and it's fairly easy with a little slight, a couple slightly interesting things, but nothing at all weird or major. So it starts with a couple of for some reason I didn't write down the first two chords. I wrote like everything else. Okay, I think it's G to C at the beginning. I'll double check, and when I write it out to go with this video, I'll make sure that I have it right. But I think it's G, C, So G for 2 beats, C for 2 beats, and then this little like single note thing. And it's really easy. What you want to do is hold down both of those last 2 strings, the E and the A, with one finger, and then with another finger on the E string, you're going to do something called a hammer on. And what you do is you just slam a finger down on that string. So I'm going to pluck the E string, and I'm already holding down the 3rd fret, and then slam my finger down on the 5th fret. Okay, so watch this hand, you pluck, and then slam your finger down without re-plucking. So you can just practice that a bunch to get the hang of it. Okay, then when you do, it's pretty simple. It's 3, 5, and then 3 on that A string. So okay, so it seems like it might be triplets, and we've talked about triplets, but it's not. It's all 8th notes. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 is 8. 3 plus 3 is 6, and 2 is 8. Okay, so it's 8th notes, and they're all even 8th notes, but it's grouped into 3, 3, and 2. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So that is that little, usually what's called a lick, a little single note lick. And once you get the hang of it, it's easy. Excuse me. Another little interesting thing is you end up with what's called syncopation. So, and again, I think we talked about this on some of the reggae type stuff, where the accent doesn't fall where you expect it to fall. So it's not, you know, 1, like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and right on the numbers. Okay, it actually, the accent is on the 1. So that next beginning of the 3-note little thing is on the and after 2. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So it's on the 1, the and after 2, and then the 4, and then the 1 again. So it kind of has that weird sort of like lopsided kind of feel to it, and that's just what the syncopation is. So I find it interesting that in such a simple song, there's always these little things in most simple songs. There's always these little things that make it not as simple as it seems, and I think they help to make a song a little more interesting. Okay, so the intro. Okay, and then we're right into a verse, like any well-crafted pop song. You gotta grab them immediately. So it has that little doodle-doodle that's kind of like, that's interesting, and then bam, we're already into vocals. So the verse, really simple. G, and all these chords are 4. G, D, G, 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 D, G. There. Okay, then the second half of the verse is now a little different, and again, simple, but kind of a little twist that makes it interesting. So now it feels like it kind of switches to C, the key of C. It doesn't, but it sort of seems like it. So C, G, C, G, C, G, D, D, 2, 3, 4. So there's another one of those hits on the 1, and then you stop in 2, 3, 4. So the whole verse is G, 2, 3, 4, D, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, D, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, D, 2, 3, 4, D, 2, 3, 4. That's the verse. Then we are into the chorus. And I thought I turned the volume down on that, but I did not. Then we're to the chorus. So the G is twice. The C is twice. And then the G is 4. So the chorus is, it actually starts in that stop at the end of the verse. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, dun, 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 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. It does this whole thing 4 times. I lost count because I messed up my counting. But it does that 4 times. Then the last part is G, G, D, C. Actually, I think it's just strums. Okay, then the D. So the ending of, after you do that 4 times, that thing, is G. 1, so 1, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, G, F, 2, 3, 4. Then it goes to D, but what we do is instead that little lick again. And that little lick is 8 beats long, so 2 measures. So the D ends up being 2 measures long, but we just don't play the D because we're doing. Okay, then it goes to another verse. Then the second half of the verse. Then to the middle 8. Do I have that right? I think so. I should double check that. I'll be right back. For some reason I think it goes to the chorus before the middle 8, but that's not what I have written down here, so I'll be right back. Okay, and of course, just as I turned it off, turned off the camera, I was like, Smash Mouth! That's the band that did it in, that did this song in the Shrek movie. But anyway, Smash Mouth. And then of course, as I was going upstairs to get my cell phone, because I figured I could just look it up on my cell phone, I'm singing it in my head, excuse me, I'm singing it in my head, and I was like, oh, okay, it totally goes to the chorus first. Okay, I just didn't write that in. But yes, so after that second verse, it then goes to the chorus, and it is completely just a full, my goodness. I should have grabbed some water while I was upstairs. But anyway, yes, a full chorus and everything, including the little And I also checked in the intro is the G. And there's like a slight, it's keyboard, it's like an organ sound. Like one note right before that first G. So the best way to do that intro, I think, on ukulele would be like, so, and then, so I'm just hitting the G string first. So it's like, and then, you know, the G chord. So, so and then, okay, but that's the intro. But back to the little middle section. It's like a middle eight or a little solo section, and it's really simple. It's G, D, G, 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 D, G, G, which you might recognize as the first two lines of the verse. Okay, so again, good songwriting, good pop songwriting, I should say. Pop song craft. It's using something that the listener is already familiar with, but then throwing a little solo over that. Excuse me. And then as I was like looking at the rest of the thing when I turned off the camera, I was like, you know, we should do the little solo part too. So why not, right? The rhythm of it, you'll have to listen to. I'll type it all out, but you'll have to listen to the song, because I'm just going off the top of my head. I just listened to the song to double check that it does go to the chorus and all of that. And then the solo part, I was like, oh yeah, you know. I think is the solo part. But like I said, I'll type it out and you can listen to it. It's very simple and it's very obvious to hear it. You know, so it's like da 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 and then it goes to the next part. Vocals come in at that point. And, of course, that little solo section is the first two lines, musically how I'll type it out, of the verse. What comes next? The second half of the verse, but now with vocals. So now that kind of almost functions as like a bridge section, because it's not a verse, it's the second half of the verse. All by itself, because it doesn't have the first half of the verse. So now it's kind of like it's a new part. Okay, so we'll call that the bridge, and it's just the second half of the verse. G, C, G, C, G, D, and then that pause, 2, 3, 4, and then the chorus. G, F, and then the outro. The vocals, I think, are and then I saw her face. And it's just sort of the beginning of the chorus. G, C, G2, C2, G2, 3, 4. Over and over and over. And it fades out on that. Excuse me. So, that is the whole song, I'm a Believer by the Monkees. And I like it. I like how it translates to ukulele, because it has that little beginning part. So we're really playing the organ part, and then the guitar part, and then we have, you know, verses where we're just strumming chords, and if you can sing, sing. I can't. And then the little lick pops up every now and then. And then you can do the little guitar solo part. Actually, it's a keyboard part. The little keyboard solo part. And then right back to the little bridge part, the chorus and the outro with vocals and all that. So I like it. It translates very well to ukulele and vocals. So hope you enjoyed that one. I did. I like it. It brought me back to memories of going to that kid's house and watching the Monkees. It was like an after school thing. I think they were on at like 4 or something. I remember we would like go to his house and we would play, run around outside and stuff, and we always had to make sure that we were back in the house in time and watch the Monkees. So there you are.